Happy Wednesday. We are in the book of James. We have looked at trials. We have looked at wisdom. We have looked at faith. We're moving to the next section. We're actually skipping the next section. The next section is about money. We'll come to that later on. James actually says a lot about money, and we'll sort of wait until it leads to a crescendo. I'm guessing most of you don't want to hear me talk about money a lot. So I'm going to save my comments about money till we get to a little bit bigger point in the passage, in the letter. So we're looking ahead beyond that, verse 13, and going to pick up on the topic of temptation. So the challenges that we face that are designed to pull us down. Different than a trial. So God, we're going to see, God doesn't tempt us, but God does occasionally send trials. Trials are designed to help us grow stronger. It can be hard to tell the difference between a trial and a temptation, and the word actually is the same in the Greek. We figure this out in terms of context. But a trial is designed to help us get stronger. Temptation is designed to pull us down. Although a trial failed can pull us down, and a temptation sort of charged through can actually build us up. So it's a little bit confusing, but let me read this. James chapter 1, verse 13, in the next couple. When tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when by his own evil desire he is dragged away and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. So there are four things that I want to suggest about this. We'll just take one today. And that is, you should expect temptation. The passage doesn't say if we are tempted, it says when we are tempted. In this world that was created perfect but is now broken, in this world that is now riddled and corrupted by sin, in this fallen planet where things are not as they once were and are not as they will one day be, we are not only going to face trials, but we are going to face temptations. All kinds of temptations. All kinds of temptations. So these temptations are something that we're going to have to just expect and learn to rely on the Spirit of God to muscle through. The temptations can be to go places physically, they can be to go places mentally, they can be a variety of different things. It's important, I think, to understand that the temptation itself is not a sin. Everybody is tempted. Jesus was tempted, but without sin. Martin Luther had a comment about sexual sin where he said, you can't keep the bird from flying over your head, but you can keep it from making a nest in your hair. So we should expect temptation. It's part of life. Knowing that we can persevere through this is an important point, but knowing that temptations are coming our way is important to successfully navigate life as a Christ follower. So, avoid temptation today. See you tomorrow.